Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Ace Academy, a safe place in which we awesome where we are just being taken out of this room by security. We didn't get any answers, and I'm not going to leave until I get some answers, but welcome back.
What is the meaning of this?
A tall man dressed in a smart suit blocks the hallway.
Why are the guards trying to forcibly remove this young man from the premises?
Premises.
Just following orders, sir.
I am the order here.
I am the law. The guards look at each other and then release me.
Thank you.
Donnie Roos. Who is this Roos? It was all an elaborate ruse. The man turns to me.
What is this all about?
Although he speaks softly, sort of, I guess. He speaks kind of, calmly, at the very least. There's a clear air of authority around him. I don't dare act petulantly towards him, especially after he's given me a second chance to get my answers. So I'm going to be like, yo dog, here's the situation. I'm sorry, sir, but they came here looking for an answer to a simple question.
What question?
It's in regards to the overdrive core from the Ace Academy match yesterday. He studies me. He's taking a test later and he wants to be sure.
You are a student here?
That says there. Yes, a pilot.
Come into my office. Perhaps I can help you.
Pulls out a gun. Alright, Mr. Illustrious himself, what up? He dismisses the guards and leads me to a private office with large windows. Oh, I'm reading this and it's not good. I also read the plaque on his desk, which is twice the size of my own. Donnie Roos, CEO. I glance sharply at him, but he doesn't seem to notice. Why is the CEO getting involved with that kind of dispute? He offers me a seat, which I take. Maybe this is some sort of PR stunt. Although he seems helpful, I shouldn't let my guard down. Yeah, his last name is literally Roos.
Now, explain to me how I can help.
Donnie Roos, or Roos. However you want to pronounce it. Either way, it means he's lying. I go through my explanation about the match yesterday and mention who I am. He seems intrigued after hearing my name. He's the one who killed my father and also mother.
You're the pilot of Eagle?
Yes?
Your gear caused quite a bit of intrigue in the R&D community with your unique core.
Appreciate that. And how exactly was Illustrious able to possess that technology? Raises an eyebrow as if implying the answer is obvious.
We partnered with Midori Energy to develop the core. Midori Energy supplied the schematics, and of course the Illustrious team worked hard to build and refine it.
I blink. Midori Energy. Does that mean Midori Energy Incorporated? No! I fucking wonder!
I'm surprised Dashu, being an energy drink company, was able to acquire the technology before it went to market.
Something very weird is going on here, but I don't think Illustrious is involved maliciously. Yeah, I guess Dashu has their sources. He smiles.
I don't doubt it.
The phone rings, interrupting our conversation.
I'll have to take this.
Yeah, no worries. I nod and stand. Thank you very much for meeting with me. I appreciate your time.
You're an interesting pilot. Perhaps our paths will cross again.
Perhaps they already have in the past. I'll see you again tomorrow yesterday. I messed up the line, but you know what I mean. He nods in dismissal and answers his phone while I leave for his office. Actually, you might not. It's from a time travel movie. I forget the name, but it was one of those really satirical ones that makes fun of everything. Now, my mind is a whirlwind of questions as I leave the building and head back to my bike. Was Dad working on this core for Midori Energy? I've always thought that was just a project for the two of us. But if that's not the case, then maybe they had something to do with... I shake my head trying to free myself of these thoughts. I can't jump to conclusions. I can't stop now. I need to clear my head and calm down. People jump to conclusions all the damn time in this game. It's how they breathe. If you don't jump to conclusions within 5 seconds of something, then you die. Everybody knows that. Maybe someone is free right now. I could use the distraction. Who do I... Well, I last hung out with... I've hung out with both of them, actually. Yeah, I'll hang out with Una. Una pops into my mind, and I decide to give her a call. I wonder how she's spending her reading week. She answers the phone almost immediately.
Hello?
Hey, Una.
Oh, I was in the middle of calling you when you called me.
Why does everybody only want to interact with me when I interact with them? Huh? What the crazy happenstance?
I know. I wanted to ask your advice about something.
I flailed my arms when I did that. About what?
Well, it's more something you need to see.
Oh, is it your nude body? In which case I agree.
Would you like to come over?
Yeah, why not?
Great. I'll see you soon.
Alright. When we hang up, I head to my bike and drive to Yuna's house. This is a nice looking neighborhood. After parking, I knock soundly on her door. There's a shuffling on the other side, and it takes her a while before she opens the door a crack. Hey! Fucking okay, goodbye. I will leave now. I can't, my headphones are plugged in, but you know what I mean. She slams the door shut again. That was strange. More noises on the other side of the door before Yuna flings it open.
Hi.
What the fuck? Hey? Woof. Oh, dog. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I stare at the wriggling ball of fur trying to jump free from her arms. You have a dog? I'm not much of a dog person myself. Tries to calm the puppy, who alternates between licking her face and trying to lick mine. Did you always have a dog? She laughs.
No. I'm just borrowing him for now.
How do you borrow a dog? Borrowing? Yuna moves aside so I can enter and closes the door behind me. Then she puts the puppy down. It scampers to my leg and paws at my feet as I carefully make my way to the couch. Yuna sits beside me.
Okay, not really borrowing. I've been volunteering at the local animal shelter since I moved to Isokaze. And when I found out they needed foster homes for some of their pets, I volunteered to take Mochi home with me.
Mochi.
As you can tell, he loves people. And he's already been housebroken, so they don't think it'll be long before he gets adopted.
Okay. Mochi tries fruitlessly to hop onto the couch and misses every time. He landed on the fridge at one point, but he still missed the couch. After attempting a few more times, he sits back on his haunches and whines. Yuna giggles and scoops him back up in her arms. Don't enable this behavior. He needs to learn. He settles into her lap. How long have you had them?
About a week. Actually, I wanted to ask you about...
Damn it. About that.
I'll have to give him back next week, but I don't really want to.
I want to keep this dog that isn't mine. You want to adopt him? She nods and fondly pets Mochi's head. I mean, that's fair then. If you actually intend to adopt the dog, then go for it. I thought you meant just steal it so no one else could have him, and I'm like, that's a slightly more malicious version of the same thing, so fair enough.
The house doesn't feel so big and empty when he's around.
I glance around the living room. The space is conservatively decorated, but includes a lot of photographs of the family. Antique vases and cabinets tastefully fill the space. I wonder if these are family heirlooms or items passed down from generation to generation. That's what an heirloom is! Granted, I don't know. I've never had a family heirloom. Looking at all the smiling faces of Yuna, Yudai, and their parents, I can understand why Yuna feels alone in such a big house. She's constantly reminded of the past. Here's a question. How do the bills get paid when parents aren't around? I've always wondered that about, like, anime and such, and maybe real-life Japan, I don't know. But, like, how do the bills get paid? Where does the food come from? How do you get taken care of? How do you know you're following the rules and taking care of yourself, you know? It's an interesting situation. What did your parents say? Yuna bites her lip.
I haven't told them yet.
You haven't told them that there's a dog in your house and not theirs because they don't live here? Not even about fostering the puppy?
No. I'm not sure what they'll say. We used to have dogs back when we still lived in the countryside, so it's not like I don't know how to take care of them. Maybe they won't even notice.
That's entirely wrong. That's not how you should think. Mochi's plush bed is in the corner where the kitchen and living room connect. Compared to the rest of the decor, his colorful and modern toys stick out like a sore thumb. I think they might. She frowns and furrows her brow. Mochi seems to... Like, if I were a dog person, this would be the most adorable thing I've ever seen. And it is adorable, I'll give you that. But, I don't know, it's not doing anything for me specifically. Enjoy this image, though. Mochi seems to sense her anxiety and places his front paws on her chest to lick her face again.
Mochi!
She turns her face away but laughs. Just ask your parents. Aw, he loves you. Keep him. Thought about the response. Just ask your parents. It'll be fine. You should just talk to your parents. I'm sure they'd understand if you told them why. She wrinkles her brow again, then nods.
I suppose it can't be helped. They'd find out sooner or later.
Yeah. If you want to keep a dog, make sure everybody who lives there knows. Even if they're away for months at a time, because that's how family works or something. It sounds like you've already made up your mind.
Maybe.
She pauses.
It's not that I'm worried my parents will say no. I don't think they'd be opposed to the idea. I don't want them to think they're bad parents.
Interesting leap of logic there.
I understand why they don't stay here for too long, and I don't want them to think I'm lonely.
Are you lonely?
It can be a little quiet.
So you don't want your parents to feel like they're bad parents when, I don't know, they're at work or something. I'm missing that context. You care what your parents think about them not being there for you to have a dog so you're less lonely. There's a certain point where you stop thinking about what other people think. Mochi yips and hops off of Yuna's lap. He races towards his bed of toys, sliding on the hardwood floors. Like, you don't just refrain from being happy in any way just so people can feel slightly better about themselves about being neglectful.
I think he wants to play.
Play fetch, play tug of war, forget toys, give belly rubs, I'll pass. I'm gonna play fetch, which is a very simple game where you sit there, the dog comes up to you looking expectantly, you act like you throw the thing, and you don't, you hide it behind your back, they look, and they come back to you, and then you actually throw it, and then repeat. Mochi picks up a squeaky ball, and gently pry it from his mouth before tossing it across the room. Careful to aim away from anything valuable. Yeah, you just sort of lazily throw it. You don't really get that involved. Mochi speeds after the ball and diligently brings it back. As I pry it from his open mouth, his tail wags back and forth. Though normally I'd just pass, be like, no thanks. And then the countless other people that are around me at the time interact with the dog. But if it's just me, then, I just sort of casually throw shit. I fake a throw, and Mochi goes barreling down the room, then freezes his ears up as he sniffs around for the ball. When he sees it still in my hand, he comes barreling back. Yuna bursts out laughing.
Mochi, you're so silly.
You're so silly thinking a ball is gonna be there. You idiot.
Oops. Now that he's all wound up, I should probably take him for a walk so he doesn't accidentally wet himself.
I thought you said he was housebroken. Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Do you want to join?
Sure. I glance out the window at the darkened sky. I should probably get back before it gets too late. Yuna nods.
Thanks for coming over.
Yeah, no worries. No problem. Bye, Mochi. Yuna picks... I just imagine that, like, at random intervals throughout the day, my dude's just doing something, then screams momentarily, and then goes back to, like, nothing happened. Yuna picks up one of Mochi's paws and waves it around.
Bye-bye.
That was me accidentally double-clicking, because my fingers are twitchy today. We both laugh as Mochi looks down at his paw in confusion. Yuna grabs the leash and secures it around Mochi's neck. Then we leave the house together. She heads towards the park while I head back to my bike and drive home. So the Illudian thing, what I'm guessing is that the company my dude's dad worked at, he was working with somebody or with the company directly, and then they killed him and took his technology, and now they're selling it to people. That's what I presume happened. Or is happening. When I arrive home, Yuki is rummaging through the... Right, I forgot she lived here now. Rummaging through the doors in the living room, she glances at me and grins.
Oh, good, you're here. Where are your rubber bands?
Huh? Rubber band? I'm confused by the question.
Rubber bands, I need them.
You mean elastics? Why? She just smiles.
Do you know where they are?
Yeah, they're in the bottom drawer of the table beneath the mirror. In the fourth room to the left by the dog. I was gonna keep going, but I ran out of material. Yuki searches through the drawer and pulls out a rubber band.
Thanks.
Excuse me. I watch her curiously as she wanders into the kitchen. She ties the rubber band around the nozzle sprayer next to the faucet to keep it always on. Afterwards, she grabs Uncle Cato's phone, which was lying unattended in the kitchen table. I peek over her shoulder and watch her change his lock screen to a screenshot of his home screen. Then she puts the phone back down. She's pulling a prank or something. I follow her back in the living room where she takes a seat on the couch and flips through a magazine as if nothing just happened. What's going on?
As soon as Cato comes out, I want you to block your number and call his phone.
Okay. Why?
Just do it.
Okay. Finger twitch again. I shrug and join her on the couch. If you say so. Not to wait long before Cato emerges from the back room. I do as Aunt Yuki asks and immediately call his phone, using a star 69 number, so he doesn't recognize. Do those still work? Yuki watches me closely as I do, then grins.
Cato, are you going into the kitchen? Do you mind getting me a glass of water?
No problem.
What a bitch.
Thank you.
As soon as Cato walks through the kitchen door, Yuki and I bolt off the couch and creep in the doorway to watch what unfolds. You know, like obvious children who are playing a prank instead of casual people playing a prank. Cato picks up the empty glass in one hand and his phone in the other. He puts the glass down beside the sink and as he focuses on the phone. Then he turns on the faucet. The rubber band forces the water to spray out of the nozzle and it catches Cato all over his chest. He yelps in surprise and quickly shuts off the water, then tries desperately to swipe his phone. And Yuki and I can't hold back our laughter and fall into a fit of giggles by the door. Uncle Cato looks increasingly worried as he can't get his phone to work.
Yuki, this isn't funny. I think you damaged my phone.
That isn't how water-damaged phones would work. She's too busy laughing to answer.
I need this for work. This is serious.
Finally, Yuki composes herself.
Relax, your phone is fine.
Clearly it's not. It's frozen.
No, it's not. Give it here.
And then she uses the password, and then it's porn! She plucks the phone out of his hand and locks it. He furrows his brow in confusion.
It just changed your wallpaper. Funny, right?
I can't help but laugh at the expression on Cato's face. Also, he didn't try and unlock it first. He just assumed that as soon as he picked it up, it was unlocked already. He clearly doesn't know how phones work. So relief plus irritation plus confusion rolled into one. My laugh makes Yuki want to laugh, although she tries her best to keep a straight face in front of Cato.
Oh, Cato, your face.
She breaks down into laughter. Soon even Cato cracks a smile at the both of us.
One day, Yuki, you are going to give me a heart attack.
Yes, and it will all be part of an elaborate ruse.
Don't say things like that.
I slowly compose myself and Cato glances at me.
You were in on this too? I thought you were on my side.
I picked no sides, bitch! Sorry, but the Yuki's the fun one. That's not what I would have said. She smiles and gives me a hug.
All right, fun one. Since this was all your fault to begin with, you should be the one to clean up the kitchen.
Which, yeah, makes sense.
Fair enough.
Yeah. People who comment saying that would be a sexist thing, it's not. She made the mess. People who make messes should clean those messes. Yuki goes to grab some towels, while Uncle Cato and I head into the living room. I should tell him about what I learned at Illustrious. Uncle Cato, I need to tell you something. It involves that. His smile drops.
What is it?
Yesterday, during my match with Akira's team, Akira's gear went into overdrive mode.
The same overdrive mode your core can do?
Actually, a different one, but it's still similar enough. Yeah, I confronted Illustrious about it this afternoon, and they told me that the Midori Energy was the one who supplied them with the technology. Uncle Cato looks grave.
That was your father's company.
Yes. Exactly.
Was this technology a research project he was working on for the company?
I don't know. He never mentioned anything to me about it when we were building Eagle. Your family likes to not tell people things. When I discovered the Eagle had this ability, I assumed it was something Dad had created just for me. But now I'm not so sure. Cato nods.
I'll have the PI investigate Midori Energy and see if there are any connections.
Before I can respond, and Yuki returns to the living room.
How about a little TV time with my two favorite boys?
But also me? I'm up for that.
Same here.
Is Nikki home?
Not yet.
She is such a busy bee. She can join us when she comes back.
She can join us never. I killed her. I don't know why Yuki is so devious now, but whatever. We throw in a movie and Uncle Kato and Aunt Yuki add their own commentary to what's going on. Normally it would be annoying, but I'm just happy to see that they're getting along so well again. You don't do that for new movies. Never. You make a side comment here and there, you know, as you react to shit. You only ever do that if everyone in the room has seen it already and you're just watching it again. You don't ever add new commentary to new movies. Ever. Eventually Nikki comes home and yeah. But that'll have to be it for this one. So thank you guys so much for watching. I, of course, have been Keywii. You've been great too, and yourself a delightful day. Goodbye.